Hello everyone, nice to see you again. I'm Chris. In this video is coming to the Beckhoff tutorial again, and this time I'll explain UML StateChart diagram. So UML StateChart diagram is a graphic format for specifying and designing sequence of a system with the events for the programming. Okay, so it may be a little bit different between SD or ladder or FBD, but let's go. Okay, so before I continue my video, let me to introduce myself. And I'm Chris. I come from Hong Kong. Now I'm working some stuff with factory automations. If you want to know to be more about me, that here is my Twitter, my YouTube, my blog, and my my factory automation radio. So if you want to know me a little bit more, so please access this. So let's explain about what is and how to use StateChart diagram. The StateChart diagram in the TwinCAT development has the editor with this type. You can see here with StateChart and transition elements. Then when application is complied, the executed code is generated directly from TwinCAT3, and you don't need to see this code anymore. What you need to do is just to see this whole chart to debug or to commissioning, to know what the process now what the status and now you're in. So by using this StateChart, you need some system requirements. You need to make sure that your TwinCAT version is upper than 3.1 for 2018.16, and for UML StateChart is higher than 3.1.4016.0. And for TwinCAT it's free if used for testing, but if you use to your machine, then you need to make sure to buy a license from Beckhoff. It's called TF1910. Okay, so let's go a little bit deep of this StateChart diagram. So here is the StateChart diagram that's shown here. For the StateChart diagram, that is a very interesting features mechanism. It's called impact variables. So variables are placed in the program unit, such as in a function block, instance, or in a program, then to reach the status map. So in here, you can see I just program in my chart, I just define A, B, C, D, and error. But impact variables are placed in program units when the data type UML_SC_ID and variable names. UML_UC_point name. So what is the meaning? If you compile the program and you download to your TwinCAT system, then you see not just A, B, C, D, and error. You have a UML_SC_point2, and it's a data type with ID. So it's what we mean: UML SC point name and UML SC ID. And here is so many variables to help you to know your status of your StateChart diagram, and you control your StateChart diagrams. So let's go to a little bit deep for this variable because it will help you so much. The first thing, you have a in final status. The variable is true when the StateChart is in the end status. And here is the re-initialize options to set if you check the true, and the StateChart diagram will be initialized again. So and for the abort options or parameters, you set this. We will set this variable to true. Then you suspend the current operations of the diagram and activate to the exit status. And for the auto re-initialize is the options for you if you set the true, and the diagram start status starter will be automatically restored as soon as the end of state is reached. So let's go to a little bit through the status variables. So in here you can see a variable by numbers of status is declared as a impact variables, and is the base type of variable named status. So you see here, and describing each status in your StateChart diagrams. So here's a little bit, for example, here in each status you have active is a flag to show you the current status is activated or not. Sorry, actually I didn't know this option so much, so I need to try it and test it again. And this ID is a status of the index, which the status is described in the status array. And here is the timestamp of each status. So the name is state.name. Okay, so in here you can see in the example I have 17 status, so I have a state arrays with 17 elements. And if you scroll a bit down, you see elements called names. They have a value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 until 17. So each status is index is reference to name is reference to this data type. So for example, for 7, you mean is C1. So status C1 is a reference to the status 7, and the name is C1. Easy. Okay, so now we go a little bit deep into the elements of each in the status diagrams. So first of all, it's the start status. Start status is a status to indicate the initialized status. If it's in the top level, it means in the start of the status chart. So the status chart sequence start from here, from there. So if it is a composite or in other status regions, that the sequence will for this region will start from there. So here's example. You see where is our start of status is in this black circle, and then we have a end status. End status is show you the execution of the area containing the end status is complete. The end status can be placed in top level, composite level, and each and other level in your status chart. So here's example. Where is our end status? Is here. Then you have a main component called status. Status is the key elements of the end of your diagram. If the status machine go through each of status at runtime and perform its actions, and status can have 3 types of actions. It's called entry, do, and exit, which execute in a specific time during the execution of the status. So for example, here you can see is an example of status. You can see entry. The entry actions can be initialized. The status it is execute one time if the inputs are switched and the status becomes accurate. Then we will have an exit status. This exit actions. The exit actions is intended to ensure that the status is end in a normal status, and it will only execute one times. Then we have a deal. Deal actions are performed as long as the status is accurate. Now we have a composite status. So it is said to group several status into one big status. It's as I told you before, it's 2 types. If it allow you to a grouping or parallel substatus machine. And here to see here, this is showing the yellow fit rectangle with a round corner. So here you can see a round corner here. And in this example, you can see in a region and a composite status BC, you have 2 regions, region 0 and region 1, both run parallel. Oops. And there is a property of each region is shown in here in the red, yellow, orange numbers. And you can just click in here to change your priority that is fit to your applications. Then we have Fox. Fox is status for floating and a transitions. So it can be one or more input transitions. For example, here is example. We have when the A is equal to 1, you go to the yellow one. But if the A is equal to 2, you go to Fox, and the Fox will jump to 2, B1, and C1 in the same time. So it shows a black line. You have a choice. Choice is the node that the state machine will be a branch. Just a branch to depends on your conditions or your transition and to go to different status. In here, for example, I have status 1, then A is equal to 1, and go to the choice elements. Then depends on your transition, then you go to different status. For example, If I go A is equal to 4, I go to status 4. If the status is equal to 2, I go to status 2. And if the A is equal to 3, I go to status 4. Then we have other very big important elements called transitions. So transition control the operation between two states. And the transitions are possible when one of the following events is happened. For example, condition or end or time event. As this, I choose the same example as you see in here. It depends on the A, variable A, then you jump to go to different status. And also for each transition, you can set is a raising age or the probabilities. Then we have a completion transitions. So completion transitions is unconditional. So it means the end of your status. So here you can see a yellow orange here. It means that for example my B and my BC status is running both time and both end. Then this will, I will have a completion transition here, and then let me jump to state 4 as in D. And then we will have a expression transitions. Expression transition is called just switching to the next status or some status when an error or expression happen. And to make sure, don't use this one in normal case. It's you just use for the error processing. For example, in here you see if I have an error variable is equal to 1, then you directly jump to error status and don't do anything inside the yellow or yellow area. Okay, we have a nox. Nox is just a comment to let you to make some usable meaning comments to other people to know what I'm doing. So here you say yellow one line comment to allow you to fit in. And I need to be talk about the online change. So here is the example of the status diagram. And if transition, condition, parameter action or name change, actually, then you can directly load to the controller with online change and not any visualizations. But if you replace, add, or delete a status, it will be order the TwinCAT will order you a restart of the status machine. So it will be take care of that when you do the online change. Okay, so I think I'm enough. Let's go to the demo. I've created a small demo to see what happened. To see what the operations of the status machine, status chart. So let's go to TwinCAT. Okay, now I start the TwinCAT and I call this free program. Both the free program is run right in the status chart. I will explain it one by one. So first of all, so go to deploy one. This is a very simple status chart. And I first of all reset my conditions. And you see now status 1 is green and status is blue. So it shows that now the status chart is now in state 2 because the blue color, the rectangle showing blue color is now in the, this means the activate status. And when you open the impact variables, then you can see in the status 5 here. Now you can see this activating. So when I go to condition 2, just a second, P condition 2 here, and then true, and now you see it go back to the state 1 and it will be sent to false. So it's a very simple condition, simple status chart to show you the basic operations. And here is point 2. It's a little bit more components that inside our chart. And see now it's an A0. So I will go to A1 first. A equal to 1. Then you see that the yellow color changed to blue. It means now this area is activate, and B0 and C0 is turning on. And you see here, I write a very simple program in D0 B0 is change the turn some array to true, and here is also turn some array to true. And then when you go back to the program, I think it's here, sorry, here, then go to array. Now you see this 2 is turning on, and when I change the B to 2 and C to 2, and you see that both 3 and 5, you also 2 and 4 also turn on. And then when we change it to 3, actually, oops, second, you change the to D, and then finally when D is equal to 1, you jump back. Okay, so we gotta have a reinitialize, so jump back. So how do I jump back? So change D set to 1. Great. Okay, the next condition I show the 4 conditions. So here I say A to 2, A to 2. Then you see they'll directly jump to B1 and C1 and not DO1 and 4 turn on because our StateChart is not run B0 and C0. And this time when I trigger an exception, yes, error equal to 1, I change error to equal to 1 and proceed. Then you jump to the error status directly. So finally, I can initialize our chart by using this reinitialize flag. Then you see that say we initialize, and if you see that all the outputs we set to false, is because I set a A0 entry in here. In A0 entry, that I reset all my flag to a 0 or the false when I entry to that step. Okay, finally I'll show you a point 3. Point 3 is just simple. I have a branch in here. So first of all, I will reset my flow, my state of machine. I mean this one, change foods, I think true. And then I wait A equal to 1, right? So I change A equal to run A. Then I wait 2, 3, 4. So at this time I would like to try to set A to 4. So you jump to state 3. And then you wait A equal to 10. So equal to 10. Then you jump to state 5 and then jump back. Okay, so it is just a very simple example. I show it very simple examples, and I hope you like this. And it's just a basic operations. And if you have any problems, please comment to me or email to me. I try my best to answer you. And so the tutorial is end today. Please have a good day and be safe. Bye bye.